After the Beirut port explosion of August 2020, massive grain silos next to the blast remained standing, even as everything around them was flattened. Heavily damaged, they remained a potent symbol of the tragedy, as investigations stalled and accountability seemed ever more elusive. No one has been arrested. George Bezjian's daughter, Jessica, was a nurse starting her night shift at a hospital near the port when she was killed by the explosion. One of 218 people reported dead.
When I see the silos, I remember my daughter. I remember the day I lost her. Because they are silent, you know. They are blocks, but I feel they speak. They say to me, there was a crime here.
With the most heavily damaged part of the silos threatening to collapse, the Lebanese government ordered their demolition. Victims and activists have fought the decision, saying it is another attempt to cover up a crime for which nobody has taken responsibility.
It's very important to preserve it because it expressed the collective memory of the Lebanese people. The demolition of these silos will be the expression of a total amnesia.
2 weeks before the second anniversary of the blast, grain left over in the ruins ignited. The fire accelerated the tilt of the silos and parts began to collapse. A large section collapsed as people gathered at the port to mark the 2-year anniversary of the blast. The government says the structure is unsafe and should be dismantled, but in a country that often chooses to bury collective trauma rather than face it, many people are skeptical of this argument.
We have to keep the silos as much as can we keep it. And the silos must be a memorial. That's, the government doesn't want that. They want to erase what happened there. They want to delete from our minds what happened there.
For now, George Bezjian and others who lost loved ones in the explosion must cope with their grief privately. Meanwhile, the silos still stand on Beirut's skyline, an ominous reminder of the disaster. Jacob Russell for VOA News, Beirut.